a favorite late summer bloomer is the Castor Bean. Not just because it's really pretty and blooms mid-October, but it's also notorious. This is the origin of ricin, one of the most deadly poisons known to man. And I think it's in the process of the bean to make castor oil. They sure are beautiful. And I'm pretty sure this was grown from seed, even though it's got to be 10 feet tall. You can't buy them, at least I've never seen them for sale commercially. You gotta have the seed and plant it at the exact right time for it to grow all summer and become this in the fall. Okay, it's mid-October and the beautyberry is in its full glory. Check it out. That's a lower beautyberry, and here's the upper beautyberry here. Totally awesome. Doesn't look like much for the rest of the year, but look at that now. Mid-October. Okay, behind me is the famous burning bush. Very inexpensive in the spring because it doesn't look like much. So maybe $15, maybe $20 for a small plant about this big. And then look how big it gets over the years. And every year the fall show is just amazing. Not flowers. I know this is supposed to be perennial fall flowers, but you gotta get a load of this. It should be in every garden. Yeah, great bush. And when it's done its show, it needs to be cut back at least 20%, maybe more. It likes getting cut back. It reacts well after the show. It's late October. You can see the burning bush has turned across the top. It's at its peak on the top, and at the bottom still coming. So there you go, burning bush. Woo. This is the Tibicina flower, and you can purchase these in early summer, already flowering, and they'll bloom well into November. They do their maximum show into November, but they are originally from Brazil, so they won't survive the winter. I've had no luck wintering them over in a garage. Didn't work. Another great late summer flower is Veronica. This is like a king-size Veronica, and they're amazing. They go so late. Part of the salvia family, and planted in with them is I think a type of Swiss chard. It's got a great pink color to it. So that's a combination there. Finally, way over here, there is some dahlias that are still going strong into late fall, and they make a great short vase cut flower. All summer long, the Harlequin Glory Bower blooms this pretty white flower, very fragrant. Because the bush is such a big one, the smell can travel for many meters. But then in the late fall, the petals drop off, and the center of the flower turns into the Harlequin. It's hard to see in this light, but the center of these fleshy structures are quite blue. So if you find one in the nursery, pick it up. Make sure you got room though. And finally, my first choice for late fall annuals. This is November 1st. And these have just been planted. Primulas are a great, tough, hardy flower that once they establish themselves will come back year after year. These were just planted, and behind them Calancho, which is an experiment. I don't know how frost hardy they are. I suspect not very, but we'll see. Then there's a lemon cypress behind that just for some green. But below is the king of the show. The cyclamen. And the cyclamen are so delicate looking that a lot of people mistake them for indoor plants only. But they're incredibly tough. They can handle a full day of 0 degrees and survive just fine and keep going. And they'll bloom well past Christmas, and sometimes, if you're lucky, over the winter, right into spring. Best ideal conditions are underneath a protective shrub, okay, so that they're protected from direct rain. That's what makes them turn to mush. But they're 10 or 11 bucks each, and well worth the money if you have it. Now when you're shopping for cyclamen, look inside. See if you can see buds coming. If you can see buds coming, then buy it, because it'll keep blooming and blooming. Some of them don't have buds coming. Don't buy those. Okay, so total for this bed, times 2, because it's on the other side of the door, is about 200 bucks. We got some small viola pansy type plants over here, which might do well over the winter, and then lots more cyclamen, which will be great till after Christmas, maybe even beyond. Look at that beautiful pink, hey? Nice. Lots of buds coming. See that?